MLB All-Star Game coverage brought to you by Powder House, your patio furniture specialists.
Well, the All-Star Game is going on right now, even as we speak. News Channel 21's Noah Chast is live in Seattle this evening with an inside look at the All-Star Game experience. Noah, how's it going out there?
Lee, it's going great. Right now we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. The NL has tied it up 1-1 off of Luis Urea's RBI single, but it is the bottom of the sixth. The AL is now threatening with the runner on. But I mean, what an experience it is here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. So many people, hardworking people, putting in the effort to make this possible. It's honestly mesmerizing to see here firsthand, but it's been a tremendous experience nonetheless. I actually caught up with some local Seattle fans, some Bend fans who made the trip, and a Bend local who is well known in the sphere of softball and professional baseball. Former Olympic softball player and ESPN broadcaster Jessica Mendoza calls Bend home and baseball her passion. How are you enjoying this All-Star Game here in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is just showing off this part of the country. And, you know, I work for a network and ESPN that's based on the East Coast. So we got our whole crew. There's so many people here. They're like, I've never been to Seattle. I've never been to Washington. But most importantly, the baseball that's being played right here.
She's happy the baseball world is seeing this part of the country's beauty, even if others don't want the secret to get out.
It's nice, you know, we don't want the secret to get too spread far and wide. We like keeping the secret from most people, but on a special occasion like this, it's good to show them what we got up here.
Local fans, young and old, are taking in the All-Star Game magic.
I was excited to see all of the players here. They're probably some of the best players of this generation. It's once-in-a-lifetime experience.
And who are you here to see?
Everybody.
Do you have a favorite player?
Everybody.
No, who is your favorite? They arrived early, knowing this year's game might have their next favorite All-Star Game moment.
My favorite All-Star Game moment was when Derek Jeter got his final All-Star Game hit. That was pretty cool.
Well, I remember as a kid, Bo Jackson hitting one about 5,000 feet, it looked like, when I was about 10. But this year, Julio last night hitting 41 and around. That was pretty special.
I had goosebumps. Like, we just stopped talking at one point because it was like, it was J-Rod's show. And to see this crowd, I've got my entire family here as well because we're all from Bend. They're in the stands. I mean, no one sat down that entire round. And it is something so special that we'll never forget. And we won't forget, too, by the way, Adley Rutschman switching around to the right side and hitting 7 of his 8 swings were home runs.
And it turned out I'm not the only one who made the trip up from Bend here to Seattle. I met with Carson and his family, who have been here for 3 days watching the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. You were here in person watching the Home Run Derby, seeing Julio hit those 41 home runs. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was crazy. The whole stadium was shaking. Everyone was going nuts. They were chanting, Julio, Julio. Yeah, it was awesome. Back when I used to watch highlights of it, Ken Griffey Jr. making crazy plays and hitting home runs. He's always been my favorite player. So
tell me, how cool is it for you, from being from Bend, to be here in Seattle watching this All-Star Game?
Oh yeah, it's the best thing ever. My dad, back when I was 6, promised me that if they ever brought the game back here, he'd buy me tickets. So yeah, pretty cool.
I was introducing this story. Bo Bichette actually hit a sacrifice fly to give the American League a 2-1 lead. So that might be why the crowd behind me in center field was going a little crazy. If you want to watch the rest of this game, which should have an exciting finish, you can watch on our Fox station, KFXO, or you can stay tuned here on NBC for some exclusive coverage and highlights. Live in Seattle, T-Mobile Park, Noah Chast, News Channel 21.
Great job there, Noah. Bring us a T-shirt.